I'm not sure how much of that last video actually uploaded. I have been having lots and lots of trouble with my YouTube. My last video, I uploaded it in high definition, and it actually is only showing that I uploaded in 144 pixel, which it's so blurry it's hardly even worth leaving the video up. And I wouldn't, but I don't have any other copies of the videos that I uploaded, so I'm kind of stuck. The last video, it was a 17-minute long video, but for some reason there's only 7 minutes of it that will upload to YouTube. I don't know why. Don't know why. Anyway, if this last video I can figure out a way to get all 17 minutes of it uploaded, it ends with me working on this water pump. The water pump sat under salt water for months and months and months. It was in Hurricane Katrina, and the camper was underwater. So this was underwater. He didn't tell me that till after I paid and was nearly out of his driveway. But that's okay. The tank, the freshwater tank alone was worth 20 bucks to me. So I took it apart and cleaned it up. Let me see if I can zoom you in here. Cleaned it up pretty good. This bearing, the bearing is useless. It won't even turn now. So I knocked the bearing out. I got a new bearing at, of all places, my little hardware store here where I live. And I tell you what, that guy, if he doesn't have it, it's not made. So the bearing rides in here in this race, or it fits in there, but I got to clean that up a little bit. And I don't know how much of this you want to watch. I'm just going to let the camera go. And you know, if you're bored, fast forward it. Some of the alright, let me tap the new one in. I don't know if there's a I think that's better. Both sides look identical, so you know what? I'm going to put just a little bit of oil on the outside of this, just so it'll ease in there, because I don't want to have to wrap on it that hard. Alright, now I got to take this and glue that back up in here where it goes. And let's see. Oh yeah, here's some Gorilla Glue right here. Alright, let me do that and I'll get right back to you on the assembly. there. Well, it's definitely turned. So, alright, now I got to work on this bearing here. Let me see if I can turn it. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, I'm going to oil this up real good. You don't want to watch that. I'll be right back. Doggone it. This is another one of them 6203 bearings. I'm going to have to take this apart and replace that bearing too. So now I'm into it with two bearings, about 25 bucks. Doggone it. Jeez. But when I do get it all back together, it'll be a brand new pump. Alright, let me knock this out of here. I have to put this in my vise to do that. Alright, I'll have to continue this tomorrow. It's about 6 o'clock and the place I buy my bearings closes at 5, so yeah, I can't get this to turn at all, even soaking it in oil for a few minutes. So alrighty, I really hate that I had to spend this much money on a pump I bought assuming it would work, but I guess that's what happens. When you buy used stuff, sometimes you gotta fix it. I don't know how much these cost. I'm gonna look this up. SureFlow diaphragm pump. I'm gonna look that up and see what they cost new. Just maybe make myself feel a little bit better about spending 25 bucks on it. See you tomorrow. Alright, we're in my other shop. I got online. I'm almost embarrassed to say this. I could have bought a pump on Amazon. Now this is a 3 gallon per minute pump. I could have bought a 1.2 gallon per minute pump on Amazon for 22 bucks shipped. If I had only known. So I have this, you know, it's here with me, and I've got it cleaned up pretty good. I got one new bearing in it. I need the second bearing. That will have me into this for about 25 bucks. But before I decided once I found out that I could buy a whole pump for 22 bucks, 23 bucks, I decided to try this to be sure that the motor is going to turn before I spend the money on the next bearing. So I've got my battery charger hooked up to this, and let's just see. Let me zoom you in here. Contact. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yeah, I wish I made the mistake of telling my wife, and she said, you should always check Amazon. Always. I love her. Okay, got my bearing. Yeah, I had a video uploaded revolving around me cutting my hole for my sink and putting my sink in. and running the plumbing for that, and somehow only a piece of that video got uploaded, and something got uploaded with it that I didn't intend to upload. And the video of me cutting the hole for the sink and installing the sink and running the plumbing and working on this pump was about 17 minutes long, and only 7 minutes of it uploaded. I just don't know what's going on. The other day I uploaded a video in high definition and I uploaded it in 144. So anyway, that video, it only had a little piece of me putting my sink in, so I took it down. And so in this video, you're going to get to see my new sink. Alright, I'm putting this together. Yeah. Is this backwards? I believe that goes that way. Yeah. All right. Took me a second to remember how this all goes back together. Okay. Do you want to watch me do this? You can fast forward, you know, you won't hurt my feelings. You know what? I'm forgetting something. Let me count my screws. I got 3 more to put in on this big plastic housing. These screws, I don't know where they came from. I gotta figure this out. I got 2 big screws to hold this on. Yeah, there we go. So where do these 3 screws go? Okay, I gotta take this back apart. I'll let you know if I figure out where those 3 screws go. Okay, I remember. This part here gets screwed into them little rubber things. I don't know why, but they're there. This is what happens when you leave stuff overnight. Here's a little piece of information while we're just chatting. I stopped drinking coffee and soda. It's been about 2 weeks now. And the reason, I just having terrible time sleeping. I could not sleep. 3 or 4 hours and I'd wake up. So I tried everything. Finally, I give up coffee and give up soda, and I am sleeping better. You know why I'm not tightening these down solid with that? Because I believe you can feel if something's going wrong with your screwdriver, with your hand. You can't feel that with a drill driver. Okay. Lord. Yeah, this is kind of exciting. Gonna have water out there without being dependent on the grid. I have a battery that I'm gonna use. It's a diesel battery, but in time I'll find a correct battery and a solar charger to keep the battery charged, so I'll always have juice in the battery. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to screw my couplers on here. I got to replace one coupler on that tank and get my battery out there, do a little bit of wiring, and we are going to be uptown. Alright, see you in a minute. Okay, in the video you didn't get to see, I spray painted this tank black to keep the algae from forming in it, but I left a clear spot, and you can definitely see where the water level is right there. Whatever you want. Alright, I have it connected to my battery charger just because I didn't want to bring my battery out here. Alright, we have water. Redneck plumbing, check. Okay. There we have it. I have an outdoor sink. I'm going to buy a battery, and it's going to be just for this. I want to buy a battery, and then I'm going to run a solar panel, up here somewhere to keep the battery charged. And I will always have an off-grid means of washing my hands and face, and maybe washing some dishes there. I am filling this up with my garden hose just because it's easier, but I have my well over there, and I could use a 5-gallon bucket to come over here and, you know, fill this up with. Okay, I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching. I may not have given you a shot of the final outdoor kitchen here. I got my stove fixed. What I had to do is where this gas comes in here, it was on this side, and I just had to plug this and open that up. So there we have it. I'm liking this. I'm going to get me a little lawnmower battery, stick it down there beside the tank, and not right away. That's going to be something I'll have to trade my way into. I got a CB radio and a weed eater that I fixed. I got it on Craigslist right now. When I sell them, I'll be able to buy a battery with it. And then solar panel. And this will be all set. I'm liking it.